Far north of Scandinavia, beyond the Arctic Circle, lies a world where darkness lasts for weeks. Where temperatures plunge below -40 degrees, and where nature demands respect from anyone who dares to enter. This is Lapland, the frozen frontier of Europe. A land shaped by ice, silence, and the endurance of those who call it home. Winter is not a season here. It is a force. Ancient, powerful, and absolute. A force that molds the landscape, sculpts life, and tests survival in one of the planet's most extreme environments. Behind the endless snowfields and frozen forests lies a story few truly understand. A scientific tale of climate, geology, biology, and resilience. A story carved in frost. What keeps life alive in a place where the sun vanishes for months? How do forests breathe when the air freezes solid? And what secrets does this cold frontier hold about the future of our changing planet? To answer these questions, we travel deep into Lapland, a land where nature still writes the rules. Above the Arctic Circle, winter brings the polar night, a period when the sun does not rise for weeks or even months. The landscape is lit only by twilight, starlight, and the Aurora borealis. This happens because of Earth's axial tilt, which prevents sunlight from reaching high latitudes during this time. Temperatures can drop rapidly, freezing moisture in the air and creating a layer of ice crystals that reflect light. Life continues despite the extreme conditions, with plants and animals having developed specialized adaptations. Snowfall is frequent, carried inland by moist air from the Norwegian Sea, and accumulates in dense layers. This snow acts as insulation, protecting the ground and forming permafrost, soil and rock frozen for thousands of years. Permafrost influences drainage, vegetation, and the overall ecosystem. Trees have adapted to withstand heavy snow and extreme cold. Pines and spruces shed snow with narrow crowns, while birches reduce water in their tissues to prevent freezing. Roots remain near the surface above the permafrost. During winter, the forests enter a period of minimal activity, conserving energy until spring. Beneath the snow, the subnivean zone provides shelter for small animals and insects. Snow insulates this space, keeping it several degrees warmer than the outside air. Microbial activity continues, breaking down organic matter and producing slight heat, creating a microenvironment that supports life during the harshest months. Large animals are also adapted to survive the winter. Reindeer have thick fur with insulating air pockets, hooves that change with the seasons, and specialized noses that warm incoming air. Arctic foxes grow dense winter coats. Owls have ears that detect prey under snow, and wolverines can travel long distances in search of food. Each species has evolved traits that allow survival in cold, low food conditions. The Aurora borealis, caused by solar wind interacting with Earth's atmosphere, becomes highly visible during long winter nights. Charged particles collide with gases at high altitudes, creating visible light in shades of green, red, and violet. This phenomenon is both visually striking and a reminder of the physical forces at work in the Arctic. Human settlement in Lapland is influenced by winter conditions. Buildings are insulated, roofs are steep to shed snow, and water systems are buried below the frost line. People adapt daily routines to the climate, learning to interpret snow and wind to travel safely and manage resources. Winter shapes both lifestyle and survival strategies. Climate change is affecting Lapland. Winters are becoming shorter, snow arrives later, and permafrost is thawing in some areas. These changes affect forests, wildlife, and local communities. The region serves as a natural laboratory for studying the impacts of global warming in Arctic environments. Despite these challenges, Lapland's forests, animals, and ecosystems remain resilient. Reindeer continue to graze, predators adapt, and forests still act as carbon sinks. The Aurora remains a constant display, highlighting the scientific and natural significance of the region. Lapland provides insight into how life can endure extreme conditions and how ecosystems respond to environmental changes. The region demonstrates the balance between climate, biology, and geology. Snow and ice regulate temperature. Permafrost stores carbon and shapes the land, and species have adapted over millennia to survive. The area is not just a remote wilderness. It is a key location for understanding ecological processes and climate change. Lapland remains one of the few regions where winter dominates the environment. Observing its ecosystems offers lessons in adaptation, resilience, and the interplay between humans and nature. The Arctic winter continues to shape life, illustrating the delicate equilibrium that allows this frozen frontier to persist. This is Lapland, the frozen frontier of Europe, where science, nature, and survival intersect in one of the planet's most extreme environments.